Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. As long as you're here, let's make some food. This is something I did a trial run on. It's a pasta salad, and it's a little bit different. I did a trial run because I wanted to make sure that it was going to be good before I shared it with you. So today's the day I'm going to share it with you. Now, it is a little bit different because I am using frozen mixed vegetables in this pasta salad. Some fresh vegetables and frozen. Also, we're going to be making a nice creamy dressing for this pasta salad. And it is really, really good. When I made it the first time, I put a protein source in there. I did put leftover chicken. Today, I am not adding any protein source. You can if you like. Now, I will post a picture of the finished product as well as the recipe, if you want to call it that, and how to make this. I will post that on the post section of the pull down menu of the Simple Food, Simple Life YouTube page. So you can go there. I showed you on last Friday, how to access that. So all of you should be able to just go there anytime you want. Okay, so then that way you will have access to the recipe. Okay, so let's get started, and we're going to make this pasta salad using mixed frozen vegetables. I've got some salted water on the stove so I can bring it to a boil. I will be using 1 cup of this rotini pasta. You can use your pasta of choice. I like this and I happen to have it. When I make a pasta salad, I really like the rotini and or the butterfly pasta. I'm going to also use 1 cup of these frozen mixed vegetables, and I'll show you how we're going to go about doing that. I'm going to slice up some of these cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. These are, I'm just going to add these to taste, and that's what I recommend in the recipe. You add them to taste. You can use whatever onion you have. Today I'm going to use some green onions or spring onions. So I'm going to use several of those. Those will taste really good. I have a partial red pepper, so I will be dicing this. And then I will cut the olives in half lengthwise so we can see the pretty pimento. And I'm going to get all these prepared to add to our salad. Okay, I've got my big bowl. I like to use this big bowl when I'm making these kinds of salads because it gives me plenty of room to stir everything up. The tomatoes are sliced, so I'm going to put those in the bowl. And I'm going to sprinkle some salt on them because that's going to allow those tomatoes to macerate a little bit. It's going to help release the juice of the tomato, and that's going to make the salad taste good. The water is coming to a boil. In goes the 1 cup of pasta. Now, the reason I'm just using the 1 cup, it'll make quite a bit, but this is just a relatively small batch. It will give me probably, I'm using it as a side, it will give me 3-4 meals. If I were going to put a protein source in this, I would just use it as a complete meal. Okay? All right, so I'm going to set my timer for 12 minutes, and we will come back. Okay, the olives are chopped. You see I chopped them lengthwise because I think they look pretty that way. If you don't like olives, for example, if my oldest son were eating this, I would leave out the olives because he detests olives in any form. So there that goes. Get that mixed up. That looks pretty already. But as you can probably tell, this is going to have an Italian flavor to it. Okay, in goes the red pepper. I just used a portion of it, so I have some left I can use for something else along the way. Okay, I used 3 green onions, or spring onions as some call them, and those are going in as well. I've got about 6 minutes left on the pasta, so in the meantime I'm going to make the dressing. Okay, in the recipe, which I will put on the post section of the channel, I'm going to include the dressing recipe as well, okay? So that is 3 heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise. That's pretty heaping. And we're going to put in 3 to 4 tablespoons of this Italian dressing. I've learned over the years that you can mix many mixed dressings, store-bought dressings with mayonnaise, and you get a whole new thing going on there. So it's pretty nice. I'm going to use 4. And just with using some of your, if you've got a little dab of dressing left in the bottle, add it to some mayonnaise and you have a whole brand new creamy dressing, which is pretty fun. All right, I'm gonna mix this up. Doesn't take long. Look at that. And this tastes very, very good. Oh, that's yummy. And I don't say yummy about everything. Okay, I learned this from Chef John from Food Wishes. I've been a subscriber of his for a long time on YouTube. And he recommends this, taking the dressing, mixing it with the chopped vegetables. And man, oh man, does that make a huge difference in your salad, in your pasta salad. Because what's going to happen here, those vegetables start releasing their natural water into this dressing, and oh, it's fantastic. I have one more tip from Chef John, which I will tell you in just a moment. Look at that. Okay, I've got about a minute left on this pasta, so I'm going to put in 1 cup of the frozen mixed vegetables. These are Aldi frozen mixed vegetables. They still cost under $1. Now, this is going to come back up to heat pretty soon, and then I'll show you the next step. Aren't you excited? You should be. All right, now I don't care if this comes back up to a boil. I'm not trying to cook the vegetables. I am simply taking them out of their frozen state, okay? So we got about 12 seconds left. I'm going to pour these in a colander, drain off the pasta water, but I am not going to rinse them in cold water. And why is that? Because Chef John recommends you do not rinse your pasta for pasta salad in cold water. Keep it hot. It absorbs the dressing and it is delicious. I tried that and that's the way I do it from now on. He is correct. So that's the way we're going to do it. All right, let me get these drained. Okay. I made sure they were drained really well. And I'm telling you, this works. But I really did want to do a trial run before I shared this with you. Now, just going to get this mixed up really well. You see why I like to use that nice big bowl. Now then, I'm going to add some pepper to this. I may not need to add salt, but let's just take a quick bite and see if we need to. Because you know the olives are salty. Oh, no, it's good. Perfect. No salt. A little more pepper. Oh my gosh. Even warm, that's good. You see how it's kind of starting to absorb and suck up that dressing. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. So delicious. Now is the time if you want to put in a protein source added. It can be tuna, it can be chicken, cheese. You can put cheese in it. You can put shrimp, whatever you like, put it in there. Okay? Okay, I'm going to transfer this. Okay, I'm going to put this nice lid on here. I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator and let it sit for a couple of hours because it's going to absorb that dressing, but it's not going to be dry. It's going to taste really good. Okay? So I hope that you give this a try and make sure you share it with somebody else because I think this is going to be a good standby pasta salad. Easy to make, simple ingredients. It's going to be a good standby for summer picnics or just summer eating because it's hot. I don't know about you guys, but right now it's supposed to get up to 98 today here. So they have a heat advisory. So this is easy to make. There's not a lot of cooking, as you can see. And this makes a small batch, but this recipe is easy to double and triple if you want. And just add in what you like. If you don't like some of these ingredients, substitute it for something else. Make it your own. Okay? All right, that's it for me today. I love you guys. You know I do. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right. I'll meet you in the comments and we'll talk about this salad there, or any suggestions that you have would be awesome. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. And don't forget to check the YouTube Simple Food, Simple Life channel page. Check the post because when I post this video, shortly thereafter, I will be posting the recipe on the post section of the channel. Okay? All right. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.